Hi. Hey. Okay, hi guys. My name is Shannon Beveridge. I am the host of X's and O's, a podcast where we talk about relationships and sex. I don't know if I should do the intro in the beginning and when I have the guest because I've been doing that, but we're figuring it out. We're figuring it out together. But welcome back. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Whatever you're doing, however you consume your podcast, I appreciate you consuming it. Today I have a couple of things I want to address. I asked you guys on Instagram for questions and you did ask me some questions, and I already had some other things I wanted to talk about, so let's just get right into it. Okay, first thing on the agenda, look at my brand new microphone. Isn't she beautiful? We should have great audio now. I pray that the audio will be good. Yeah, I'm excited. So hopefully you guys can tell a difference in this episode and the episodes moving forward. Second thing, and I forgot to mention this last time, but you may remember in my episode with Zoe, I talked about how we talked about sex playlists and like music that you listen to while hooking up. And everyone was like, oh my gosh, share the playlist. Anyway, I am curating now my own playlist that's based off of the podcast. And I asked each guest to pick a heartbreak song and a sex song. And I will link it below. And you can listen to them all, and they're in order from, it'll say like the episode, and then the next song is heartbreak and the next song is sex. It should be pretty obvious which one is which. Well, I don't know, honestly. Some people like to have sex to sad songs, but I think for so far, the guests have picked pretty obvious songs that you can tell which one is which. But it's linked below. Check it out. You can take the songs and add them to your own playlist. That's probably the best case scenario. Otherwise, you're going to be having sex and then hear me be like, hey guys. And I don't think that's what you want. Okay. Other big news that's specific to the podcast is I have a phone line now. Set up a phone line so you guys can call in and ask for advice or share stories. And I want to do an episode every once in a while that's a solo episode where I go through all of those submissions, but I also want to do a few submissions sometimes with guests too. So if you're listening to this right now and you submit something before 1 p.m. PST today, there's a chance you could be on the episode. This is the phone number, 213-775-6258. That's 213-775-6258. And I'll have it in the bio too, so you can read it if you are driving or whatever. More news about the podcast and more combo about the podcasts. People have been asking for more diversity. I definitely want to get more diversity, both with gender expression and people of color. And that is like highly noted. I hear you. And it is a top priority of mine. So look forward to that. And yeah, I guess we are starting with a new gender expression today, which is male, cis male. But still, so excited to have Chris Klemens on today. He is so fucking funny. I would die for that kid. So I hope you like this episode with him. Anyway, more news. Gay news. I thought I would cover gay news. And I think the thing that's most notable for me personally would be Renee Rapp's performance on SNL. We are all blessed to be living in the same time as Renee Rapp because that was magnificent. And she crushed it, and she's creating such amazing representation for the queer community. I'm so stoked that she exists, and I'm so stoked. She's like, how does she sing like that? How does she sing so good? I don't know, but it's so impressive, so amazing, so stoked for her. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. She's the best. Someone asked me for a book recommendation. This is a book that everyone has read, I think, but honestly, maybe everyone hasn't. So if you haven't read it, you should definitely read The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. It is queer. It makes me cry. I love it. I can't wait for the adaptation they're making. I hope it is good, and I hope it does it justice. They're doing is it a show or a movie? Doesn't matter, but it is going to come out eventually, and you should read the book before it comes out. So read it now. Get to reading. Last week, I copied Kira Green and I did a mental health check-in. I'm going to maybe just try to do that more often. I had my second therapy session with my new therapist this week. How exciting. I'm so happy. Well, I hope I'll be so happy soon. If the therapy works, I'll be so happy soon. Anyway, I think I just wanted to talk about, I was thinking I could just say, well, first of all, someone asked for a mental health check-in and they said, how's the podcast stuff going? And the podcast actually is a huge reason why I wanted to make sure I was like with a really good therapist, because this is like the most feedback I've gotten online in years and years, honestly. I mean, yeah, the most consistent feedback I've gotten online in a long time. This is like the most consistent I've been online maybe ever. Even when I was like my most active on YouTube, I wasn't the best ever at being super consistent. Like I never was someone who's like, I upload on Wednesdays, you know? So doing it now and being more consistent weekly, knowing every Wednesday I'm going to be getting like direct feedback. And then also with the vertical things I've been posting both on Instagram and TikTok, I'm like, and there's feedback there. There's just like a lot of feedback, a lot of opportunity for people to digest me. And also I'm digesting myself because I'm editing all of this myself. So I'm having to look at myself a lot. I'm having to critique myself a lot. And yeah, so that's like one of the biggest reasons why I'm like the therapist that I have is important, and like making sure I've been consistent. Good therapy is good. So yeah, I am navigating that and getting used to it. I think I'm like hoping I'm going to become like desensitized to it in time, because if I keep posting consistently, hopefully it just becomes second nature to me again. I do feel like it is getting a little bit better, honestly, already. This is episode 7. Crazy. Time is flying. Second big reason why I wanted to get a good therapist is just to like navigate dating. And I'm single now. And so just like navigating being single in general, not necessarily just dating, but both, you know? Okay, I'm feeling vulnerable. Okay, moving on. Anyway, the final thing that I'm really trying to work on in therapy, and the irony is this is so much more vulnerable, I feel, than just being like, oh, I'm single. But that makes me so much more uncomfortable, like being like, oh, I need to talk to a therapist about like my singleness and my datingness, whatever. That makes me so squeamish, versus this thing that I'm about to say is like so deep and so vulnerable. And I'm like, whatever. I don't care if you guys know my deepest, darkest secret. What is that? I don't know. Anyway, I have this belief in myself, and I don't know if I've ever talked about it anywhere, honestly. Maybe if you guys know, let me know and I'll fact check you. But I think for a really long time, and by really long time I mean like my whole life, like since my childhood, I have this belief that I am like a bad person, and like it's like at my core I'm a bad person, and at some point everyone will realize that, and then I'll have to deal with, I don't know, I can't explain it, but I don't know where it started from. I know that being gay exasperated it a lot, because I felt this really deep shame and fear of people knowing me and thinking that when they know me, then they will know that I am bad. But I think ironically, it started before my queerness. I think when I was really little, it started. And I'm not exactly sure where that comes from, thus the therapy. But yeah, being gay just made that so much more intense. And I think it definitely holds me back as a person, as a friend, as a girlfriend, in every aspect of my life, because I operate a little bit from a place of fear instead of like a place of lightness. And yeah, that's something I really want to work on in therapy. And right now, all I'm really doing is trying to observe when I'm feeling those feelings. And like, when does that come up? Because my therapist said we're not ready to fix anything yet, even though I would like to fix it right now. Now, I don't want to wait. I don't want to observe. No, I'm kidding. Obviously, it's kind of like the beginning steps, right? Just to notice. So I'm just like trying to notice what makes me feel that way, what triggers those feelings, and hopefully I can fix them in time. I'll be patient. I don't want to be patient, but I'll be patient. Fine. Okay, moving on. I don't know if that was well spoken, and I don't know if I'm going to keep it in. I probably will keep it in, but I don't know. If anyone can relate to what I just said, please let me know in the comments, because it will honestly make me feel a lot better for sharing it. And if you can't relate, don't tell me. Okay, last two things, and then I'll let you get to the episode with Chris. They're both about fashion. Number one being someone asked me if I'm ever going to film an episode without a hat on. Yes. If I don't wear a hat, I'm going to be wondering what my hair looks like the whole time. Versus if I have a hat on, I will just not be thinking about that. I think that's why I haven't taken one off yet. I have worn a hat in every episode. So we'll see if I ever take one off. You guys can take bets on when and if that will happen. And on the same vein, which is fashion, someone said, where do you get your basics? So I just wanted to tell you guys my favorite t-shirts I've been wearing right now. Like the little white t-shirts I get are from Everlane. Highly, highly recommend. They're like really good quality. You can buy, they're kind of expensive, but you buy them in a pack, you can get 3 for $60. And they're really good quality shirts, and they're like nicely fit, cropped. And jeans, most, if not all of my jeans are from Levi's. So that's my answer to that question. You guys do with that what you will. Now, on to the episode. The beginning parts are so, I'm all by myself. Do you like it? Let me know. Comment below. Love you. I invite my first man onto my podcast and he gaslights me.
Listen, I'm just giving you the male experience, the male fantasy.
No, thank you so much.
I just want you to be really confident in your decision of being a lesbian, because it's a choice.
And it's a choice I'd make over and over and over and over and over.
It's a choice you do make over and over and over again.
I do. Being gay is a choice. That's the takeaway from today's podcast.
It's what God told me in Corinthians.
Okay. Hi, guys. My name's Shannon Beveridge. I'm the host of X's and O's, a podcast where we talk about queer sex and relationships, or relationships and sex, or whatever you want. But today I have such an amazing guest. His name is Chris Klemens. You probably recognize him from the internet, YouTube, content creator, fashionista,
comedian,
podcaster, comedian, photographer,
exhausted, the whole thing.
What doesn't he do?
Sleep.
True. Okay, well, I'm so happy that you're here because Chris lives in Delaware and we are obviously shooting from Los Angeles. Thank God he came in town for less than 24 hours.
I think it's like 13.
What? Like, why though?
Because I've got work
back home.
Maybe if you had a job that you were passionate about, you would know what it takes to run a business, but you don't. So
I feel like we have the same job.
No, we do. I'm just being a delinquent. Like, I can't take anything seriously anymore.
We're doing the same thing. No, you're doing what I do on crack cocaine though.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
I just did it in the kitchen. Is this going on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, bleep that, Your Honor.
Okay, today we have with us also Katia Temkin. She's off camera, but if you see us looking off camera, it's because we're looking at
I'm looking
Katia,
at my soulmate.
Which is actually kind of how we know each other, but also kind of not. Like,
we knew each other.
We kind of knew each other first.
Way before I think you guys knew each other. Yeah, you sealed the deal.
Yeah. So Katia is Chris's best friend from college. Soulmate, sorry.
No, we really are. No, we've had literal multiple psychics tell us we are soulmates. Okay. But like, I already knew that, you know.
But is she going to make out with you on the podcast today?
Listen.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Don't tempt me. I remember when we touched tongues at Renee's album release and I was like, on accident, girl. There's like 4
that
pictures.
That looked on purpose to me.
Yeah, there's like 4 staged photos.
Yeah. Excuse me.
On accident, okay.
Katia is the reason that we have become even closer friends. We met through YouTube. And then Katia and I became friends. Katia is an amazing photographer. If you don't know her, I'll link some of her stuff below.
Or just like, I don't know, stream Ariana Grande's new single.
Yes.
You'll see her work.
And
period.
What hasn't Katia done for Ariana Grande? We don't know. She does everything.
Period.
She's the best.
What has she not done for the music industry?
There it is.
As long as we don't have to talk about how big of a virgin I am, like I'm just trying to fill time.
We have Katia to thank for our friendship and how strong it is, because I became friends with Kat because we're both gay And Kat was already friends with Chris, and now me and Chris are even better friends than we were before, even though I was in your first viral video.
No, you really were. Like, you were there.
Jake Paul's house.
We don't need to repeat it, but go watch it if
Jake
you feel so inclined.
But the thing is so crazy is like that video was like so monumental for you. And the video we posted on my channel was monumental for me because it's when I was called a pillow princess, and it has followed me around forever.
No, that's crazy. And it's also so long ago that like that was when a video was 3.5 minutes, and then that was like long.
But then also now doing podcasts and long format is also so stressful. I'm like, there's so much opportunity to say something bad.
No, all I've learned is that it's just all bad.
Don't
all bad.
Become a YouTuber.
No, don't. Like, we need lawyers, and we need plumbers, and we need doctors. Stop doing this. Jesus.
Should we start? Are you
have
nervous?
We not?
I'm
not nervous. I just feel, I don't know, whenever I get into situations, I just always immediately think of myself as like inadequate for it.
What?
I mean, like, it's like a little imposter syndrome, but like, okay, I'm coming on a relationship and sex podcast, and I've never been in a relationship, and I haven't had sex in, I mean, I have lost count how many years.
Is that actually true? The sex part?
Yes. Dead ass.
Really?
Dead ass. Who am I fucking in Delaware? A scarecrow?
Okay, well, that's like something I wanted to talk to you about anyway, is like moving back to Delaware and how that's affected your dating life.
My hand is busy. Booked and busy.
Oh my God.
It's true.
Also,
I like did buy toys, but I've left them out for my cleaning lady way too many times where it's like, we're just going to stick with the hand.
What toys do boys use?
Let's see. I've got
like a fleshlight.
Yeah, I definitely love a fleshlight, but then there's like this Easter egg.
I've seen those, like the one-time use little thingies.
They're one-time use. Right. No, yes, those one-time users. Siri, remind me to throw that out. I do clean it, but like I did not know that was a one. I kind of think like the second it goes through it is when it's time to chuck it. Yeah.
First of all, I can't believe we have like complete opposite brands, which is so funny to have you on this podcast because.
In what sense?
I feel like my brand is so relationship centered. I didn't mean.
Your bravery put them out there though. Like I like actually, if the day ever happens, that shit will not see the light of day for at least like 2 years.
You think you would never share?
Oh my God, I don't. It's already bad enough having people's like opinions and shit weighing in on like my dog.
I mean, for sure.
Like I can't even fathom
your relationship
having other voices. Like I don't know how you do it. God gave every hard battle or whatever that fucking phrase is to you're his strongest soldier is what I'm trying to say, because damn.
But no, and also like I put myself in that position. So
do you ever think you'll stop doing that? Like, do you ever think you'll like get in a relationship and be like, I want to keep this offline?
Well, the thing is, I feel like people forget that I didn't really tell people I was dating my like second long-term relationship. We never posted like a kissing picture or like told anyone.
Oh, people didn't know about that?
People assumed we were together, but we never posted.
Like confirmed.
Yeah.
Whoa. I didn't
Until
know
we
that.
broke up. And then when we broke up, we were like, by the way, we were dating that whole time, and now we are not together.
That's wild. Just based off of everything that's come out since, I just assume that it was the like, most public thing because it's become the most public thing.
I know. I feel like because I started my brand so strong with my first relationship and being so public, and then I completely stripped it away. All I've done is create like more monsters, because now they're like, wait, tell us, and they're like little spies trying to figure out any single thing they can figure out about.
The way that people are like boots on the ground,
but
spying
why?
on you, I don't know, because like, I mean, you're just like a little mystical lesbian.
Fair. Anyway, but yeah, I feel like it's interesting because my brand has become so like relationship based, and I feel like it's kind of something you've kept off the internet, not just like you haven't shared.
Honestly, I think it's like embarrassing.
Really?
I do think it's embarrassing to be 30 and never have been in a relationship.
I don't feel like it's embarrassing at all.
I mean, like I know that like growing up like in middle school and high school, I asked people out and got rejected, which is humiliating. But I also had like the mindset of if I don't see myself marrying them, why the fuck would I waste my time?
Like dating,
yeah. I'm like, oh my God, no, I'm young. I want this for me. I don't know if that was like a defense mechanism or like an excuse, but I just never really felt the desire to be in a relationship because one, I had no money. Two, like I just didn't see myself long term with anybody.
It's so
and then I got to
interesting
college and I was like, wait, I want my career.
Yeah.
And then for the last 11 years, I've really been doing that. But like in the last like 2-3 years, I've definitely been like, wow, that a relationship is something
that you want.
That I feel that I have the capacity for.
You feel you had to have money before you could have a partner because...
Well, I first of all, it's like getting a dog. It's a responsibility that you're taking on. And I don't ever want to be like a fucking freeloader. I'm also someone who is very like, I love taking care of people. Like I love... True. If I can take away the stress of something like money or anything, it's like I would love to take on that burden.
Yeah. Well, also, is it your love language?
Like, gift giving is absolutely a love language.
So maybe that also is kind of why you've put off being in a relationship because you're like, until I can
love getting gifts.
Yeah. Well, it could be both giving and receiving, right?
Yeah, but I only like to give, just to clarify.
Just to clarify.
If we're talking about beyond gifts. You know, I like to give my gifts.
Oh my God. I feel like for a long time, did people even know what your sexuality was?
No, and I think people still don't, but I don't care. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, because you don't talk about it, but you do kind of talk about it.
I've gotten more comfortable talking about it. I think the more successful I got, I felt like even if people don't like it, like they can't really tell me shit because I'm doing my own thing.
Yeah.
But to me, I just don't, like, my sexuality has nothing really to do with like my identity.
It's my whole entire thing.
No, but like I get that. Like, yeah. And I understand the need for people to be prideful about their sexuality and have it be something that's important to them. Mm-hmm. Because I think for the history of time, everybody in the alphabet club has had to repress that.
Yeah.
And so I understand the love of pride and being loud and proud about it. And it's not that I'm not proud. It's just that, like, to me, I feel I have more to me than like who I fuck and like who I'm interested in.
Yeah.
Like that to me, if I'm going to be honest, is like nobody's business.
Fair.
Because a relationship or a situationship or anything is, to me, between like the people involved.
I wonder what would, if anything, would be different about that for you if you had fallen in love by now. Like, I don't mean it.
Just hit me with a car, bitch. Damn. I wonder if that would change if you've ever been loved.
No, I said if you had ever been in love.
No, I mean, I wonder, but I don't know. I'm just like not squeamish, but just like the idea of talking to like anybody about a relationship is so cringy to me. Yeah. Like, oh my God, like my family asking me questions about it. That's the gross.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why that's like so cringy to me. It's just,
do you think it's a vulnerability thing?
Maybe, but like, I mean, I've shit my pants and put it on the internet. Like,
I know, but I think that's a different level.
That goes back to like, I guess there's maybe like a level of wanting of keeping intimacy. That like, I feel like once you expand it to other people, it can change, and then people's opinions and voices can sort of enter the situation.
As someone who's done it, it's definitely true for sure.
So like, to me, I am a very like weird, secretive person when it comes to like dating and sex. I've gotten better. Like,
I feel like you have shared more,
to my friends about it, and I've like included it in my stand-up. That's more once I like have distance from it.
Yeah,
I think. Like,
I feel that.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm so fucking weird.
No, you're not.
I'm like such a weirdo.
No, you're such a weirdo.
Crazy.
No, I think we're just like we're so different. Where I was like, I have to talk about this because it's eating me up inside, and I'm gonna die if I don't talk about it. And you're like, if I talk about this, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, and like I say I'm bi, but like I don't give a fuck. Like I don't need a label. Like I don't. In my ideal world, like if I had kids, they would just come home and be like, oh, I love Sally, and then the next day they'd be like, I love Johnny.
Yeah.
And like that,
more fluid.
Yeah, it's just like, come home and say who you like, and I have no problem as long as you're treated right. So like, to me, I don't really care as long as we like really click and kind of stimulate each other beyond like the obvious. Mm-hmm. that to me is like, I don't care if you're a fucking alien at this point. I mean, I'm down to try. Probe me with your little ET finger, bitch. I mean,
I think you're just open. Like, it's just
I
like
just don't care. I'm just like, anybody, please touch me. I just want the touch of warmth. No, that was too far. I'm sorry. For those not watching, Shannon just touched my kneecap.
Okay.
With her hand.
I really did. It was very intimate. Your feet are touching my leg.
You feel it too?
Kat said, can I get in there?
Get in
come
here.
on, Kat. Oh my God, we're all single.
Should we? No. Well, let's not take it off the table completely. Do you edit this?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Do you feel like you remember like the first time you thought maybe you were different or like didn't just like girls?
There was like one point in middle school, and this is how you know I'm just so mentally ill. Is because I was sitting on the toilet taking a poop. And it was like in 7th grade, and there was this guy, and I was like, I have a crush. I said it out loud. I said, I have a crush on da 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 da. And I remember thinking like, oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, Hilary Duff was like my first 4 concerts, so I think the cat was pretty out of the bag.
That's pretty young though, 7th grade, to be like bold enough to say you had a crush.
I mean, like to myself taking a poop in my bathroom. Like it wasn't like I was like, everybody, I love blank.
You were literally alone in your bathroom.
I was alone in my bathroom being like, I like so-and-so. I like so-and-so.
Okay, but also I feel like there's something about the bathroom. Like I used to tell people with coming out, the first person I came out to was myself, and it was in my bathroom in my mirror.
I think how else are you going to come out to somebody else if you can't even come out to yourself?
I know, but I'm like, was that your version of coming out to yourself?
I guess.
It's kind of sweet.
I don't know.
The
I
poop part is
remember the
interesting.
first porn I ever looked at was Pamela Anderson naked.
Fair enough.
My older brother told me about that, and so then I Googled it on the family computer, and I was like, whoa.
And you liked it.
I mean, I loved it.
Did you move to gay porn at any point?
I did look up David Beckham in like underwear on the computer. I didn't look at porn on the family computer.
Good for you.
Yeah, no, I like dodged.
Good work.
I thought I was like risque, like looking up like so and so shirtless.
I was looking at like girls kissing, and I was like, oh my God.
No, I mean like
How
I
do
definitely
scrub that?
typed in Pamela Anderson naked boobs. Duh. And then like there was Jessica Simpson ones. I don't know if those were fake. Do you ever go back and you were like, oh, that was totally photoshopped?
Oh my God, yeah.
The amount of
completely.
Photoshop pictures I saved.
I think I looked at like cartoon porn at points in my life.
Oh,
like,
I mean, I
literal
would
just,
be
like,
a fucking
drawing.
bold-faced liar. There was someone drew the Jonas Brothers naked. I mean, it was like so
drawn.
It was so like there wasn't even like shading really.
No.
And I remember I saved that, and that got me through like the winter one year. I mean, how do you feel about gay people, or like, how do you feel about gay people? No, but like, how do you feel about like lesbian?
No, he didn't really. He just said that himself.
No, I did. No, but what I was trying to say is like, how do you feel about like lesbians saying and gay guys
saying
to me, like it's equal.
I think it's equal.
Okay, but I know there's some people have been like, you can't say that. You are not a lesbian, and I'm like, oh
my
shit.
God, I don't even think of as like a bad. I think honestly the F word potentially is more problematic, but I don't know if that's just because I'm a lesbian. But like a lot of lesbians identify as a.
Yeah. So okay, that was my question for you.
Oh, thank you.
You're so welcome.
Okay, I have more questions for you. Do you have like a coming out story, like with family?
No. I remember 2016 or 17, I called my mom on National Coming Out Day. I was like, I'm bi. And she was like, okay. Why are you calling me? And then like, I never told my brothers. I guess I came out to my little brother when we were in a fight. And he was like, woe is me. My life is hard. And I was like, you think your life is hard? And then I screamed it. That like, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to like divulge my whole family, like family drama, mama. But my older brother, I think I said it at dinner. He's like, you can't say that. And my little brother's like, no, he can say it. And like, I think that was like literally
that is
but again, it just like doesn't matter. Like it's not something that I'm like talking about anyway. I'm not asking like my brothers about their like sex life and shit. And like what, I mean, like granted, they're both in relationships. One is married. But like, I'm still just like.
Was like sex positivity like a thing in your house growing up?
I don't think there was like sex shaming, but like I don't think it was like something we like talked about.
Yeah.
Not in like a taboo way, just like in a wholesome way. You would never guess it knowing me.
I
But
know.
like my family was like super wholesome growing up.
That makes sense. It's weird because I'm from Texas, so way more conservative potentially than Delaware. But I feel like I did grow up with like more sex positivity of like talking about sex.
I mean, like, yeah.
Like my mom just commented today on a TikTok I posted about strap-ons, and I was like, I don't know that you need to comment.
Obsessed with your mom.
She's obsessed with you.
No, like I'm obsessed with her.
I'm like, did you need to comment? You could just like it. I can see that you liked it.
No, she can
literally
comment
commented
as well.
on it and being
Let
like,
her comment.
"You
It's
guys are doing
engagement.
she's
It's
like-
engagement. Take
like,
it.
You guys are doing such a good job with your podcast. I'm like, we're literally talking about strap-ons. It's like sometimes we could draw a line.
Oh
but she's like, no. She gets talked about more than anything else on this podcast, honestly.
But no, I mean, I don't think
You didn't have like an official coming out. Did you have a coming out to YouTube or
no.
it was same kind of like
I saw do a coming out video and everyone was like, did we need this? And I was like, I would rather die than receive those comments. So I was like, I think everybody knows.
you just like started slipping
Everyone
in.
thinks I'm gay. And so like I'll still get that, and I've like given up on trying to correct people. I don't give a shit. If people think I'm gay, go for it. If you think I'm straight,
It doesn't
wild.
matter. That brings up something I wanted to talk to you about too.
Do you think I'm straight?
No.
It's like great.
No.
An intervention.
No, like what do you think about bi erasure when it comes to men? Because I feel
I mean, being bi is like a really
and obviously you said you're like bi fluid, whatever, but just
yeah,
in
like
general,
if
like
in
your
the
opinion.
grand scheme of things, I say I'm bi.
Yeah.
I mean, like if that
It doesn't matter.
if someone's like, you're not bi because then okay, then I'm not. Like, I don't give a shit.
I think that bi erasure for men is way more intense.
Well, well, absolutely, because like if a woman is bi, it's almost hotter. And then when a guy is bi, it's women. I found it very hard. Like I've had friends be like, you talk a lot more about guys than you do women. Yeah. And one, I think women just get sexualized enough as it is. I don't need to add to it. I don't need to, I don't know. Like to me,
like you almost respect women too much.
I
to
respect, I
sexualize them
absolutely
like that.
respect
Yeah.
women too much just to like be another person, be like, holy shit, I want to fuck her. Like, I mean, yeah, I think there's women I see all the time and I'm like, holy shit, you are so hot. Like, holy shit, she has a nice ass. Like, but it's like, that's such a thing that everybody has heard and also has to deal with, and it's not fun for them to deal with it. Whereas men, it's like, I don't give a shit. Like they're all disposable. I don't know. Like to me, they really are.
I feel I understand what you're saying. Like you're almost like
but
overcorrecting.
it's hard also because a lot of women don't like it when men have been with other men. And so I feel sort of, and then when guys find out that I'm bi, that's like a turnoff. So like I think this is why I don't care about it that much, because like look where that's gotten me. But I do think it's like if I focus on it, it will make me feel more alienated. And I think not
like
having
you don't
it
overthink
be
it.
not having it be a huge characteristic sort of lets me avoid that.
I feel like for bi girls or bi women, people believe them more.
Yeah.
But there's always, at the end of the day, this is what pisses me off about bisexuality, okay? At the end of the day, whether you're a bi woman or a bi man, everyone assumes you will end up with a man, which makes no fucking sense to me personally, because I feel like women are obviously, but the superior sex. But
I agree.
with bi women, there's this like stigma that like you're gonna sleep with women and like date a woman.
That's why, like,
but
but
at the
that's
end of
why
the day,
all
you'll-
these labels just piss me off.
No, they're so annoying. But then I'm like with bi men, it's the same thing, and it's like, oh, you're really just gay, and you won't just say
Admit
you're
it.
gay. So
I mean, I've gotten that so much.
I know. So
And
it's like, but both ways.
Like
both,
even
it's,
when
it's
I correct
it's
people,
the patriarchy. Both
whenever
times.
I correct people, they'll be like, "Oh, he's gay," and I'll be like having the time that day, and I'll reply, and I'll be like, "Actually, bi." The replies to that are, "Oh, okay, yeah, okay," and it's just like, I'm not sitting here trying to prove to fucking random people who I will never meet.
And also, never gonna fuck.
Yeah,
That's what when people give me
Like,
like any shit about the like pillow princess thing or anything like that. I'm like, we're not having.
you will
sex,
never
so it doesn't-
get to
you
like
don't need
bow
to
at
know.
my feet of being a pillow princess,
Yes,
sweetheart.
you won't know either way. But no, I think that
That's
that
just,
whole thing with bisexuality pisses me off for bisexual people so deeply because it's just
It's a lose-lose.
Like, just believe.
It's a fucking lose-lose.
Believe people what they say. Like, believe it and believe it at face value. And
no, that's the thing is, like, if I'm like telling you I'm bisexual, I'm clearly telling you that I eat puss and suck dick. If I was owning up to it and I only suck dick, why would I not just say that I exclusively suck dick?
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me when people are like, you're not bi, you're just saying that. No, I'm admitting to putting a penis in my mouth.
Exactly. It's like, what?
If I were going to really, if that's what I was into, bitch, I would just say it.
Well, I think it's also an old way of thinking.
Oh my God,
I think
it
it's
blows my mind.
It's such an antiquated way of thinking because people 10 years ago were like scared of the gay stigma. But
so they would say they're bi.
To be like, I kind of like girls. It's like,
yeah,
okay, it's
as like a pass.
Yes, but it's 2024. You're like, why would you say you would eat puss if you wouldn't eat puss?
Literally.
Why?
I don't have enough time in the day to just be saying shit to say shit.
There's no reason to. There's no reason to. Especially, I get that there's reason to in maybe like circles of America that are more conservative or something. But like, think about the people we hang out with, the friends that we have, the family that we have. Like, we're sitting in a situation where it's like, there's no point in lying. You don't need.
Yeah, no, it's gotten to the point where like, I honestly sometimes will just sit there and I'm like, am I just gay?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, no, like, yeah. I'm not. Like, it's like gotten to the point where I'm like convinced that I'm lying.
Yeah, because people are so like so quick to not believe bi people in general. And bi men.
I think that's been like a huge turnoff.
And it would also turn me off from wanting to talk about my sexuality.
But that's,
personally.
I think, why, because I'm just like, it's a lose-lose.
Yeah.
I'm going to save myself the time and just like.
Totally. I mean.
Jerk myself off.
I mean, I talk so much about my sexuality because I did so much thinking about it before I came out. Like, it's all I thought about. It like ate me up inside.
Well, I was going to say, like, that's what it is when you're like in the closet. It's all you think about. It's like
takes
everything
over.
Comes back to that.
Mm-hmm, totally.
Even if it doesn't. In your head, you're like, oh, it does.
Every insecurity, every feeling. Did you feel that way? Even though you feel like you were like.
Absolutely. I mean, like, I remember like actively being like so against
being bi.
Being queer.
Yeah.
Like, I just was like, ew, that's not me. Like, no, guys, I'm cool. Chris, what the fuck? Bitch, you did boys gymnastics when you were younger. Like, the cat has escaped the bag.
But like, yeah, internalized homophobia is,
oh, absolutely, was a huge thing.
Yeah, for me as well, obviously in Texas. And then you grew up in Delaware, and then you went to NYU. So
yeah,
both more open-minded, I would say, areas. But
yeah, Delaware is definitely less open-minded than New York, but it's still like
blue.
Yeah.
Not that
home with Joe Biden.
not that really means that
no,
much.
It really doesn't. I mean, there's like hateful, bigoted people everywhere. So
yeah, you
like
can't,
even
you
in
really
New
can't
York,
escape
it's
it.
like you just can't escape it. But
no.
Definitely when I moved to New York, I understood that it was like less and less of like a big weirdness deal. Or a big deal.
Yeah. Do you feel? I always say when I go home to Texas that I kind of regress to this like high school version of myself. Like, I can feel all those like sad, dark, bad feelings that I had when I was growing up. And I'm curious because you moved home to Delaware. Yeah. And you live like in the same area, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Delaware is so fucking small. Where could you be anyway?
Exactly. It's all the same cornfield.
Like, you're so close.
It's all the same field.
It's like an hour square radius. But do you feel like you're regret? Like, do you feel those feelings ever come up?
No, because I think, and like, I don't know how like right or level-headed this even is, but like coming into my own with success kind of made me feel invincible, where I like wear whatever I want. Like, I almost love going out in Delaware, like to run errands and something ridiculous, because I'm like, okay, someone's gonna shit on me. Okay, I'll film them and post it to the internet. Like, I'll lose your job for you, babe. Like, yeah, no problem, without even like breaking a sweat. So like, there is definitely an element of not giving a fuck anymore because I've earned that ability. Yeah. Whereas before, like, I sort of was like a helpless puppy. But I don't feel that I really regress because like I am who I am, and it's not I'm not dimming that ever again.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, it's like I'm getting more and more secure in
That's
like life, and like
amazing.
someone tearing me down or anything. Ugh, that sounds so corny. Someone tearing me down. It just like doesn't have the same effect because I have the knowledge now of like usually where that's stemming from for them.
It seems like from what you've said, even just today, and obviously I know you because we're friends in case anyone forgot, but I feel like it seems like you had this goal in mind, and that goal was some level of success, whether that's like money or followers or whatever it is, like, but you had a thought in your head. It's like, if I reach this, then I will be internally secure and good.
Yeah.
And I feel like you've reached that in some way.
I don't think I like went into it with that thought process.
I don't think you did either, but
I
it seems
wanted
like
to be like a successful entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I think coming from Delaware, there was like something to prove of like coming from the middle of nowhere and like trying to do something. And then I think as it was happening, I noticed that I felt more secure and like strong in my way.
Mm-hmm.
Where
like
I realized that, this success is making me feel empowered.
Totally. You self-validated.
Exactly.
You're self-validated.
Exactly.
And I think it's just interesting. I think your self-validation comes from like career-oriented, and mine is like romantic-oriented. And that's why we're so different from each other. And that's why, I don't know.
Yeah, if my validation were to come from romantic encounters, I mean, I would be...
Okay, but if your validation came from that, you probably would have already had all those things because it would have been your focus.
Yeah. Okay,
you know what I mean?
Understand what you're saying.
It's
Sorry,
like,
I've had just enough wine where I'm like, this math equation is hard to follow, Your Honor.
I'm just like, I keep comparing us to each other because I'm also a serial monogamist.
Wait, I think I'm a monogamist as well. I'm too jealous to be polyamorous.
Yeah, but
or
I'm
anything.
like a serial monogamous in that I went from like relationship to relationship.
Meaning you can't be single.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. I
So
thought you meant like I'm exclusively monogamous.
No,
and I'm like,
no.
me too.
Yeah. No, I am monogamous when I am dating. But it's just funny the way I feel like, I guess I'm just like, I'm starting therapy, so I'm doing
for the first time.
No, I'm getting a new therapist.
I was like, oh my god, whoa! What do you mean?
No,
You're just starting.
I'm doing like a lot of self-reflection and talking a lot about my need for validation through relationships. Okay,
I feel like I just come across like the biggest fucking virgin.
No, you don't at all.
Which like, there's nothing wrong with being a virgin. Like, go off. It's just not a lifestyle I want for me.
I don't think you come across as being a virgin. I think you come across as someone who is like good being on your own. But I think it is interesting. I
haven't had a fucking choice, bitch.
But no, I feel like you did actively kind of choose this for a long time, and
yes. Yeah,
I think recently you've decided you're not choosing that anymore, and now it's bothering you.
Run it back, Turbo. Yeah, that is what I literally said at the beginning of this, and that is true.
Yeah.
Like for a while, I don't know if that was just to save myself like the embarrassment, but. Yeah, I definitely did actually put myself like first.
You chose that.
Yeah,
and
I
now
did.
that
and now
you're
I'm
like, now
wow, I wasted the best years of my life.
You did not. There's no fucking way. 30 is the best.
No, I mean, like, I love 30, but like in terms of just like fucking around and fucking, I mean, I really fucked that one up, and not in the way that I would have liked.
Okay, well, there's time still. Also, you're a man and you're 30. That means you have like.
That means I'm like 16.
Yes, literally. Literally, you have all the time in the world. Have you ever been heartbroken?
Yes. Katia, don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Yeah, I've definitely been heartbroken.
Would you say like...
I don't know if like that's the same as meaning I'm in love. I was in love, but I definitely have been heartbroken.
More than one time?
Yes.
Really?
Oh my God, yeah.
How many times?
Girl, you think I've kept like, counting after that many?
I didn't even know there was one.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so what are we talking heartbroken? Like, is that like rejection kind of aspect?
No, like can't eat, can't sleep, like your heart is broken.
Okay, maybe only like 3-ish times.
Were they all boys?
One of them was a girl.
Okay.
It was a woman.
What did you learn from that? I've been heartbroken many times.
I learned that I didn't learn anything.
Shut up.
No, but like I really
did you okay with
I don't think I learned anything. Like it's not like I was the one who like broke it off and had to find some like soul searching moment. Like I was the one who wanted it. And it wasn't reciprocated when push came to shove. And I was like, okay, that's a wrap. We are wrapped on Chris. Thank you.
Were any of them like actualized relationships? Like, obviously,
I would say that one of them was like an emotional relationship. You know the one. It's pretty recent. Emotional relationships are like worse than anything on earth, because like to feel seen and felt is like, I think the most intimate you can get.
For sure.
And to feel that but not have it be something more than just quote unquote a friendship, I think is like really a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
And I don't think it
the person you talked about on
my podcast. Yeah, but I like try not to talk about it because they got really annoyed at me for talking about it, and I'm like, imagine how I feel. And that's like also another reason I don't talk a lot about like my encounters, because I just like understand that not everybody chose a life of like putting stuff out there, and I don't need to be like somebody whose career is just like putting other people's business out there. Like, I mean, I will, like in stand-up, there's a woman I fucked junior year, and I talk about her in stand-up, but like that was literally a one-night stand.
Is it the girl who had
kids? Yeah, it is. Thank you. Thank you.
Is it the mommy?
Oh, it was mommy. It was mommy.
I feel like you've told the story, but can you just tell the story?
Okay,
I feel like it's so funny.
Junior year of college, I got my first apartment, and I also got my first Tinder account. Shit was really happening for me, or so I thought. I saw this like hot older woman, and you know, she seemed like normal. She had like hiking pics with a dog, like that like normal girl group, like out, like girl boss. And so I was like, perfect. So we matched and we were talking, and she's like, come up to my apartment on the Upper East Side. And I was like, literally came faster than I would have ever. Yeah, I get there, and I remember like hearing a thud, and I was just like, oh, okay, her neighbor just fell. That unit will be opening up next month. Like, hope she has life alert. And I just kept moving forward, and then we were like drinking wine, sitting on the couch, and she had this stunning apartment. You know, we're talking, having as great of a convo any 21 and 37-year-old can have. And all of a sudden she looks at her watch, or like the time or whatever, and she's like, oh shoot, I have to put the kids to bed. Do you want to help or wait here? And I was like,
that's an option? Kids
to bed, plural? Babe, I am kid. I thought I was the only one in the situation. So I ended up reading like a 3 and a 6-year-old a bedtime story, knowing that I would like could fully give them another sibling.
Why
like,
would she offer that?
Good morning, baby sister. Like, it's crazy.
Why did she offer that as an option?
Why was not one picture on her fucking Tinder having like at least the back of the kid's head, so I could be like, who the fuck is that? And she'd be like, my kid. And I'd be like, I'm good.
You would have not probably swiped right.
No, I probably wouldn't have, but then also she knew what she was doing.
Yeah, but
no, like that, I'm glad it happened, but like, whoa.
Will you rate my Raya profile?
So am I rating your profile as if I were a lesbian, or if I would like if I were wanting you as
I'm a
me?
Lesbian. Here's the thing about me and Raya. I've never met anyone on Raya. I've matched with people on Raya. We've talked. I had one person I talked to for a little while, which I'm going to bleep that out. But we never. But this is.
Wait. While we're on the bleep train, she was interested.
Oh my! We used to talk in Snapchat and all this stuff, but I never
Snapchat,
because this is like in between my last.
Is this like public knowledge that they are
queer? I think
it is.
People know now, but yeah. So that's the closest I got to ever meeting someone, and I never met her. So anyone else, I've just reactivated my Raya.
The last heartbreak I had was through Raya, which is fucked up that they ended up wanting to be friends when we met on a dating app.
Did they have like just for friends?
No, okay. My bio says not here for friends.
No friends for me.
Like I have enough.
Like,
I like friends. The ones I have.
Oh my God, same.
Like it sounds awful, but I don't need more friends. I need less, honestly. Who's making the cut this year?
Please me. I want to be at your birthday party next year. I want to play pickleball with you next year, please.
Same.
31.
I'm getting a pickleball court put in my backyard.
And so I will be there.
Perfect.
Rate it like you're a lesbian. It's not good.
Like a lesbian.
I put it together really
Honestly, this is fun. It's like, okay, I have so many pictures of myself that I just need to screenshot it and put it in. Okay, Shannon, what are we doing here? You are truly one of the most magical human beings I've ever seen.
I'll cry.
Here's a picture of me upside down just to know that if we are ever hanging from a swing, I look great upside down. Oh, there's my side profile. Yep, my jaw could cut you. Okay, here's me and a girl on a Polaroid.
I'm trying to show my teeth because I didn't have any like smiling picture.
So you picked that?
I know.
This looks like you're in a relation. Like, I hate when people, like, if you're a lesbian and you have another picture with a girl,
okay,
that's like,
so
why am I here? That's really special because it's like, oh, she loves animals. You look kind of sad so far. Like, there's definitely like a heaviness. Of like, there's a lot of pondering.
It's literally the truth, though.
No, but
every
like, it's
picture
really.
I probably was sad when I took.
Like that. You look sad.
Yeah.
That is like, okay, cute. I'm like sort of alone right now. This one's like, okay, I'm literally gonna jump.
Oh my god.
No, I mean, you look like a model in all of them, but you look like a model who's gonna jump.
I look too sad.
Like, I think it needs some more fun.
I need lightness.
Yeah,
I need like a
lightness.
meme in there or something.
A meme always does great. I have one that's like, I don't know shit. I don't see shit.
Can I see your profile?
Yeah, rate my profile.
Okay. Hottie. Hot.
Way I like forgot what my profile even is.
Stylish and fun. This is like fun, quirky.
Fuck yeah, I'm a triple threat. I don't know shit, I don't get stuff, and I don't understand things. Okay. Period.
And that's why I need a meme.
You need a meme. I've got some good ones.
This is hot. Love. And this is so stylish too.
Yeah.
If you're a stoner, I think
you have to show weed.
Tell people that you're a stoner.
I agree. It's like kids. Show that you have fucking kids. I have my doggy.
You have a dog. I think a dog, you do have, you're a dad.
Yeah, I'm a dad.
You're showing your kids. Okay, but I have to record your screen.
No, you literally don't. You can't record this or else we'll get kicked out.
I have to film it so that we can show what the pictures
people
were.
Don't get to see the pictures.
Didn't you put it on yours?
I did?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
On your podcast.
I put my Raya profile?
Yes, every picture, but they're different now.
Well, that's my podcast. I'm Hinge with Chris Klemens. Go listen, bitch.
Okay, I'll link it below. I think you have a great profile. I give it a 10 out of 10.
I think you do also. I just do think
I need personality.
You need 2 personality pics in there, and then you're like chilling.
And a little bit of a smile. That's not a picture that looks like I have a girlfriend. This is something I feel, and I know we've talked about it before, but do you have like reservations about hooking up with random people because you're scared?
Yes, because I'm scared they'll know who I am.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Being in the position I'm in has absolutely killed the whore I am.
You feel that way?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know that way.
Do you think you're doing that to yourself in a way that you don't need to? No, because
I used to be on like Tinder and all of these apps. Mm-hmm. It goes one of 2 ways. One, it's, oh my God, I literally am obsessed with you. Mm-hmm. Or I get reported for catfishing as Chris Klemens.
Fair.
And I am not sending my driver's license to a dating app. Like, I'm not doing that to prove that I should be dick down.
I feel a certain level of like, I agree with you in that way.
And people, I don't understand people these days. Like, not to sound like I was born in the wrong generation, but like, people are fucking weird. People will hook up just for the story and then like have that be their...
Oh, the lore.
Their lore.
I know.
I just, that's not for me.
Yeah, no.
There's plenty of people out there who have notoriety and shit who would love their stories to be talked around town. I am not one of them.
I have apprehension around hooking up with like random women that I would meet at a bar.
Yeah.
Because I too don't want to be some like story like that.
Yeah.
I never have. But also every time I hook up with anyone, usually
you make them sign an NDA.
Yeah, exactly.
I've thought about it, honestly. I'm like,
no.
The emperor needs his groove back.
Like, I tend to hook up with people who have some connection to me in some way where I'm like, okay, you're vetted.
I used to be freaked out by that because then it's like, oh my God, will they talk about X, Y, and Z when I'm not there? But then I'm like, oh, nobody like cares.
Yeah, no one cares.
Like,
I think that's what makes me feel safer is if I hook up with someone, I need them to have some level of vettedness
I get
within.
that. I really get that.
But
and
then
I think I'm kind of there.
Yeah, you should. But the thing that's scary about that is I do fully fucking agree with you that you're like, okay, now you all are going to talk about that when I'm not there.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, I hooked up with your friend this. They were this in bed. And it's like, ew, stop telling people. Maybe I had an off night, okay? Damn.
But at the end of the day.
I'm just insecure is like what this all boils down to. Is that I'm insecure as fuck. And I never used to be like this.
We need to get your mojo back.
How?
Well, you need to have
sex.
Can I
buy it?
But I feel like you're holding yourself back and I just don't understand why. This doesn't need to be a therapy session.
I know. I'm like, bitch, okay, listen.
But it can be. I'm here for you.
No, I definitely do think there's an element of holding myself back for like the sake of
like safety almost.
Yeah, safety / privacy. Mm-hmm. And like to me, I'd rather be like private and have my shit be for me and be like celibate.
But
than...
I feel like that's
no, I want a relationship,
like
but I would rather have like my privacy than a relationship.
Wow. Still,
yes.
I feel like you're getting to the point where you're ready to break that.
I definitely think it's getting closer and closer, but like I think I will always want my privacy.
I feel like you can have privacy and a relationship.
Yeah, and I mean I definitely am like I think that also. But it's like a much more specific situation, which means it's less common.
Obviously, I'm scary as fuck today, I'm sure. Are you kidding? After my track record,
you literally are queen.
I'm scary. It's scary.
Queen!
No, but I would be scared to date
Welcome to Queen Radio.
I would really.
She's queen of the lesbians.
I hate.
You really are though.
I hate that.
Why?
I don't want to be. Someone else can have it.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't.
You love it.
No, I.
You love it. Be real. It's time to be real.
No, I just feel. I don't know. I feel like I'm a scary person.
Do you feel that being queen of the lesbians is like puts pressure on you to like be?
I don't feel like I'm queen of the lesbians.
Okay, well, babe, this is a wake up call. You.
I mean, I feel.
In fact, own being a lesbian.
I do. I am a professional lesbian. I have realized and.
Babe, you're an
that.
Olympian.
That's literally the last episode of my podcast title.
Really?
Yes, Olympic level lesbian.
You are, though.
There's
gold
pressure.
medal. You are a gold medal Olympian lesbian, period.
Feeling like I'm a professional lesbian, there's pressure. But at the same time, I feel like I back myself. So I feel fine about it.
You back yourself, but do you back the blue?
No.
Good.
ACAB.
Period.
There you go.
There we go.
I feel like confident sleeping with girls, so I don't feel that much like stress that they're gonna walk away and be like, Shannon's horrible in bed or something.
See, I think the longer and longer I go without having sex is like
You're
the
just
more
getting in
and
your
more
head.
I'm in my head about that. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't fuck someone now because then they're gonna think I'm horrible in bed because it's been 35 years and I'm a tin man.
But that's like not true. It's
definitely true. I just don't know if I'm a tin man.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like you're just like creating more obstacles for yourself too.
Yeah, but then what else would I do with my time?
Fuck
Spend
someone.
it productively? Well, that's crazy.
Go sleep with someone.
Yeah, no,
It's time.
No, it's a girl.
It's been time.
Hashtag time's up. Time is up.
Oh my God.
I'm ready.
Okay, who's your celebrity crush? Do you have like a girl and a boy that you can name?
Yeah. I'm really bad at these like on the spot, like
I feel
the ultimate. It's like, what's your favorite food? And I'm
okay,
like,
just like one of. It doesn't have to be the number one.
It's such a cop out, but like I really feel like Rihanna would be
really
just
epic.
The
hottest woman alive.
Like I think that would be epic.
Yeah.
Like there's just something about that's really
greatest of all time.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. I would be scared as fuck.
No, I mean, I would be literally shitting bricks, bitch. Like a guy like Frank Ocean.
Really?
Or like Omar Apollo.
Hot. Those are both good. Both really good. Are you into like the Jacob Elordi vibe?
Oh, I watched Saltburn and I was like, yeah, I think I put my tongue down a drain as well.
Yeah, he's really hot. I feel like I almost have a crush on him.
I would climb that Australian like a koala bear.
What are your red flags?
Ooh, red flags. If anybody asks why I'm not following them on Instagram yet, huge red flag. Well, you just added 2 weeks to that. So, so sorry to you.
Republican?
Well, yeah, duh. Although, like, I feel like I could date a Republican because I could fix them. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I think I could change their mind.
That's so funny.
You know?
Yeah, no, true.
Like, I could save them.
Yeah, you could save them.
I am Jesus Christ.
Okay, green flags.
A pulse.
A pulse. Alive.
Green flags are just, I don't know, checking in, like, when there's no need to check in. Like,
that's such a sweet thing to think of first.
Like, I don't know, when someone's like, oh my God, I saw this and I was thinking of you. It's like, wait, why? Oh my God.
Chris, I love when you get sentimental.
Thank you.
It's so
I hate
sweet.
it
It's so sweet because I know it's
jump
all
from a
of you
bridge.
is that.
It is.
And you
I'm
just
such
are like
a little like softie.
You literally are like Shrek. Like you have the onion thing. You know? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Anyways, and speaking of green flags, this Shrek is hanging up its loincloth.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I look like an ogre.
No,
Thank you.
No. How Shrek is it like?
Let's double down. Are we tripling down?
You're handsome, Shrek. Remember when he
What's
said...
next? I'm handsome Squidward? I mean,
what? Can you help me here?
No, babe. You are...
Do you know what I'm talking about? That he's like a layer of onion and you have to peel away and then it's like he's
babe, I understand. It's the fact that you are still saying that I am Shrek. I understand he has layers like an onion. And I understand because I've watched Shrek.
Okay.
Just come on. There's like
no. Okay.
I would even take Lord Farquaad before Shrek. I mean,
I look like Lord Farquaad if anything with my haircut.
I'm leaving. This is ridiculous.
But what I'm saying is,
no, I know what you're saying.
You are like
the
sweetest boy in the world. But you lead so much with like sarcasm and humor. And it's
because I like saving my sensitivity for people who like deserve it.
I think it's beautiful. I wish I had more of what you have that way because I just lead.
Not everybody deserves sensitivity. Like that shit I've had taken for granted too much, and like I save that for
special people now.
Special people.
And you know what's nice about that is then the people who get it feel special because
that's
of it.
How I feel is that like when you get it, you know
that it means
that,
something.
Like when I'm bullying you, like there is also the sensitive side coming.
It's your superpower as a person that you have that ability to lead in the world with so much strength, but then in reality you're so soft and so sweet. And
I'm like literally so soft.
You are so soft. It's my favorite thing. And I feel like no one knows it.
I know, and I love that.
So few people know it.
But I love that, though.
I love it,
because
too.
It's like mine.
It's actually... Okay, I'm
like, you have to delete this all. People can't know.
Not to make this about myself after I give you a compliment, but I have always found that I really am attracted to people who... You have to be in their inner circle to like know them well. It's like one of my favorite things about being best friends with Katia, too. It's like people don't know how cool you are, like
how much depth there is.
Yeah, unless you get let in. Like there's I don't know. I have this like
I just
obsession
feel like
with getting let in with people like that.
I feel like a lot of time these days it feels like such an old boomer thing to be like these days, but like I do feel like there is a sense of people just giving everything out, and everything has a price of like display, and there's like some things that I just won't.
Well, everything is so public facing, and everything is so image based, and so much with social media and being like, I'm cool because I listen to this music, and I'm cool. Look at my edgy like Instagram story. Look at my photo dumps. Like you can see that I have like an aesthetic. It's like, when did we get like this?
I think about that a lot, and it makes me sad.
Yeah, but that's what's so cool about really...
Has this been a really depressing episode?
I don't think.
Okay. I feel like I've just been one big thundercloud.
Really?
Yeah, no, I didn't think that. Who said that? Shut up!
No, I don't think though, but I think, if anything, we had like really nice, real conversation.
I agree. No, I agree, but I definitely feel like a Debbie Downer.
Did you see my Raya profile? Debbie Downer, here she is.
You're so right. You're so right. Thank you for making me feel better.
So sorry I called you Shrek. Okay.
I had already forgotten.
Do you have anything coming up that people should pay attention to or look out for?
I have a podcast that's available wherever you get your podcasts. It's called Unhinged with Chris Klemens. I also have video episodes up on youtube.com/@unhinged. I've been doing stand-up, so be sure to follow me. so you can know if I'm coming to a city near you. That's just about it.
Okay. Follow Chris on all his socials. I'll have them all linked below on YouTube if you're watching. Thank you for watching this episode of X's and O's. And also, if you think Chris is hot, slide into his DMs because...
Oh my God. Well, don't, because I will probably not answer them because I'll be like, they're trying to tell people something about my cock. No, but for real, thank you so much, Shannon, for having me. Like,
should we hug?
Should we do more than a hug? No. Cut the cameras. Dead ass. No, but I really feel so lucky to have a friend like you and just someone who is like so confidently themselves. Like, I don't think you understand how like magnetic that is.
That's so
and it's
nice.
Just, I feel like honored to even be qualified to get on here.
Oh my God, I want you to be on here all the time. I also feel like I'm sweating.
Oh, I'm sweating
So
like a criminal on trial.
You look stunning. Your skin looks glowing. Should we make out now?
Don't